Tom. I've been getting a lot of questions and having to repeat myself a lot on my red dot zeroing process. What distance? What is the standard for what a real zero is? Things of that nature. So instead of repeating myself all the time over and over again, thought I would make this video and kind of put it out there, and that way I can just send a link. It's not going to be any high professional thing, you know what I mean? I got my two IPSC targets up so you guys can't see my messy office. Let's get into it, right? So here's what I do. I zero at 10 yards, okay? Why do I zero at 10 yards? Well, I shoot with the red dot because I can't see shit, and I can't zero at 25 yards. And even if I could, I don't know if I would. The hold over when you get in from 25 yards, depending on what grain and things of that nature that you shoot, ammo, whatnot, it can be extreme. I had a guy reach out to me today, and that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video. He zeroed at 25 yards, and when he was shooting at 7, it was like a foot low, and he was freaking out about it. And I'm like, yep, that's how it works. So anyway, why do I zero at 10? I can see 10 yards, okay? And here's all I do. I just go to the range, put the target out at 10 yards. At about eye level, maybe a little bit below, maybe nose level, scientific term, I put up a shoot and see, okay? This is a 6-inch shoot and see. You can put up an 8-inch, but 6 ones are cheaper. Offhand, not from a rest, not from a bench, okay? I zero it until it hits 3 rounds hit the red bullseye, not the X ring or not the 10 ring, the actual bullseye. Okay. Reason why I do that is, again, the cone of deviation at 10 yards for a pistol is pretty moderate, right? When that deviation gets bigger and bigger, you can see less, and it'll take you a time to get that done. I mean, if I use my standard on hitting the red bullseye 3 times at 25 yards, I mean, just the time alone of, did I hit it? Got to bring it back or walk out there, depending on if it's an indoor and outdoor range, all this other stuff. 10 yards, you can pretty much see, make your adjustments, and go from there. Okay. What does that do for your hold under, hold overs at distance? Then what I do after I think I'm 0 to 10 yards is I put it out to 15. Okay. I put the dot right on top of the bullseye and see where it hits. It's gonna be about a 1/4 inch low, again depending on the ammo that you use. When I put it out to 25, it'll be 3/4 to maybe an inch. The thing that I like to do is, like on an IPSC target, the alpha box in the head, in order to hit the middle of the alpha, I got to put the dot on the bottom of the alpha box or somewhere thereabouts. Okay, and I had good success with that. What else are you looking for at 15 and 25? Windage slop, right? If there is a consistent theme that you are slightly to the right or slightly to the left, adjust it. When you're squared away and the elevation of your hold over or hold under is good to go, you're good to go. Then bring it back to 10 and see if that's done anything to your 10-yard zero. Okay. Now, where does hold over come into effect? With a 10-yard zero, when you bring it in, say, to 5 yards, right? If you're doing something like shooting dot torture with a 2-inch circle, in order to hit the middle of the circle, you need to put the dot on the top of the circle. That's where a lot of people mess up when they're doing dot torture, is because they don't know where to put the dot. If you put the dot in the middle of the 2-inch circle at 5 yards, and you got any sort of downward pressure on that trigger, you could wind up hitting the bottom or out of the circle. And then everybody starts complaining about whether or not line breaks count in dot torture or not. They do, by the way. Anyway, moving on from there. Okay. Other things you can do for zeroing, you want to turn down that dot until it's almost like pink. That way you get more information. You can see through the dot. You can see the bullseye, and have less work. Why don't I like zeroing off of a bench or a rest or things of that nature, um, you got to get the shoot and see equal with your line of sight on that, and it's not natural. So I don't like to do it. Number one. Number two, it's more work. Everyone complains about red dots on their pistol. You got to, with the battery and the cost and all this other stuff. And now we're going to throw in, this big to do about zeroing it. Dude, just offhand, 10 yards, relax your shoulders. We're not talking about recoil control. We're not talking about going fast. Relax your shoulders, press, 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 press until the round goes off and zero your gun. Okay. If you're looking at it from a self-defense thing, 25 yards and in, put it in the middle of the threat and go. Okay? Don't worry about holdovers or hold unders. From a competitive thing, USPSA, same thing. Just put it in the middle of brown and go, right? A 1-inch deviation at 25 yards and in is not going to matter as long as it's in the center of the alpha. Okay? So I hope that helps. I'm going to think it helps me because I'm going to start sending this link out to everybody who asks me. Again, this is a way, not the way. And if you got any questions, hit me up. Modern Samurai Project on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. ModernSamuraiProject.com is where you found out more information about me. PrimaryAndSecondary.com. I'm hanging out there all the time. And if you want to check out my list of classes coming up or want to schedule a private with me, go to Modern Samurai Project /Shopify.com and we'll get together and we'll start training. Thanks a lot, guys. And one more thing, Jedlinski05 equals 5% off at Agency Arms. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
It's the end of the world!